Hello, and thank you for joining us for Weekend Comedy with Isaac Airfreight. This one's called Big George, Little G. It's about 20 minutes, so hang with us and hit subscribe. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Ida Newdecker. See that man over there? That's my husband, George. He used to have folks call him Big George. He doesn't anymore, though, and that's what this story is about.
Afternoon, George. How are things at the gas station?
Hey, hiya, Bobby boy. Oh, things are fine down at the station. Just great. How you doing?
Oh, fine. Doing some yard work, huh?
Yeah, gotta weed the old flower beds, you know. How about you, huh?
I gotta trim the hedge. Actually, I was wondering if I could maybe borrow your hedge clippers, if it's no problem.
Sure. Come on, let me get them for you. Here in the garage here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're over by the workbench.
Say, George, Karen and I were wondering if you and I aren't busy tomorrow, would you want to go to church with us?
Oh, come on now, Bobby boy. You know how I feel about that stuff. I mean, it's fine if you're into it. I mean, I got nothing against it, mind you, but, I just don't buy it, you know?
But George, how do you know until you check it out?
Oh, well, come on, Bobby. I know all about that stuff. I was raised in Sunday school, and I know all about God and Adam and Eve and how God created the world and everything else. But I just have one question. If God is really in control of everything, how come we got so much trouble, huh?
Oh, but George...
Man, come on, you got murders, rapes, earthquakes, disease. Oh, here they are. There, yeah. Well, we had all kinds of trouble. Here's clippers.
Oh, thanks. But George, God's not responsible for all that. The devil's the one that's really...
come on now, Bobby. Look, I don't want to get into it right now. I got too much to do here. Look, you go on ahead and clip your hedge out there, and I'll be in the backyard when you're done.
Well, okay, George, but if you ever change your mind, you're always invited.
Oh, I know that, Bobby, and I really do appreciate it. I really do. We'll see you later.
Okay, thanks again for the clippers.
Okay, no problem. Oh, come to church. Not this guy, no sir. I'll get enough of that stuff on TV. Oh, boy, these weeds are gonna take forever. I think I'll lay down in the hammock for a while, kind of build up my strength there. I want to approach a job like this. Oh, swing my leg. Oh, there. Oh, boy. I just don't know. God, what some people believe. It could make a bullshit. If I was God, things would be different.
George, dinner in 5 minutes.
Huh? Oh, okay, dear. Oh, boy. Must have dozed off there. Oh, better get up and get in the house. Oh, no. Forgot to weed the garden. Doggone, I have to do it tomorrow. Oh, wish I didn't have to do it at all.
Better wash up, dear. Just be a minute, or I'll just toss these in the trash and we can eat. The flower beds look great, honey.
Huh?
I said you did a great job on the flower beds.
Well, I didn't do the flower beds, honey. I'm sorry.
Then who did?
Oh, well, I guess I must have done them before my nap. Well, guess I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yes, oh boy, I'm starved. What's for dinner here?
Tuna helper?
Oh, again? Oh, I had my heart set on steak. Boy, I wish we could have some steaks and potatoes. What's wrong?
Steaks!
What?
George, how did you do it? Where did you get those steaks? Where's the tuna helper?
I don't know.
You must know something, George. You can't just magically change tuna helper to steaks. Now, how did you do it?
Wait a minute. Well, maybe I can change things magically.
What do you mean, George?
Well, I'm sure I didn't weed those flower beds, but they're It must have just disappeared.
That's silly. What? You're not magic.
Oh, I'm not so sure, Ida. Maybe I am.
Oh, George, this is silly. What? You're not magic. Why, you're not even lucky. Well, here, why drag this thing out? Just try to change the steaks to lobster.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sure, Ida. Well, let me see. I wish those steaks were lobsters.
George, you did it. You're magic.
Ida, you know what this means? We ain't broke no more. We're rich, really rich. I can quit the gas station.
George, I'm so proud of you.
Ida, this is so much fun. Hey, I wish I had $1 million. This is great. This is great.
George, look at all this money.
Oh, man alive. Let's see here. I wish I had a diamond ring. Oh,
George, it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I wish you had a diamond ring too.
Oh, George, it's beautiful. I love you.
Oh, come on, Ida. Cut it out. Now, we got work to do. Come on, let's get in the living room. We need a new couch and a new TV. We gotta get some of this.
Can't we do this tomorrow?
Come on, Ida. We just got to do the clothes and the bedroom. We can do the bathrooms in the garage tomorrow. Oh, boy, this is fun. Okay, let's see here. I wish Ida had a mink coat. There, how's that?
It's beautiful, George, just like everything else.
Oh, well, I wish Ida had 7 mink coats. There we go. One for each day of the week.
Please let's stop. I really love it all, but we don't have room for all this.
Well, then we'll just get a new house. Sure. What kind you want? 2-story, a swimming pool, and some of those tennis courts.
George,
maybe a
it
little
sounds
push.
like a mansion.
A mansion. Sure. Oh, we deserve it. We need a mansion. Yeah, and a big one too. The biggest, in fact. Oh, yeah. Well, come on, Ida. Let's go downstairs. I got an idea.
George, I'm tired. Do I have to?
Come on, honey. You're gonna love this. Oh, boy. Here we go. Let's see. Where's the encyclopedia? Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see here. SCADE. Cars, carrots, caissons. Yeah. Here it is. Ida. Our new home, a castle!
George, really? It's gorgeous. I love it.
Oh, no sooner said than done. Watch this. I wish my home was a castle, just like the one in the picture, only bigger.
Oh, George, it's wonderful.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Who could that be? Oh, hello, Bobby boy.
George, what are you doing? Where'd this thing come from? Oh, Lord, George's castle's crushed everything for 4 blocks. It's gotta go, George. You gotta get this thing out of here.
Oh, no, I forgot. I'm sorry, Bobby. I didn't mean no harm.
George,
Oh,
please,
really,
just get rid of it.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I wish this castle was gone.
Oh, George, look at that. Everything's squished flat. What are you gonna do, George?
No, it's okay, Bobby. It's okay. Just let me think for a minute. I wish everything was back to normal.
Oh, thanks, George. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, it's okay, Bobby. It was my fault to begin with. I'm real
That's
sorry.
okay, George. That's okay. I'm gonna go home now and make sure Karen and the kids are okay.
All right, Bobby. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Whew. Boy, that was close. I gotta learn to be more careful.
How did you do that?
Well, I don't really know how it works, but, well, I just wished for it. Well, that's where the castle came from. Well, all I had to do was wish for it. Well, I sort of forgot there wasn't any room for it.
George, this isn't good. This is wrong, George. Man wasn't meant to do this kind of thing.
Oh, come on now, Bobby. I ain't hurt nothing. Well, the castle was a mistake, but you didn't say all the good stuff I made for me and Ida. Stereos, TV, a microwave, lots of stuff.
No, George. You don't understand. This is evil. Your power is satanic.
Satanic? Well, how do you know that? Look, I ain't no witch. Well, I'm only going to use my power for good. Well, after I take care of me and Ida, I'm going to save the world, feed the hungry, cure the sick, prevent earthquakes, everything.
George, you realize what you're saying? You're saying that you're God. You can't do that.
Oh, now look, Bobby. Well, I don't know anything about God. All I know is I have the power to change things, and it's my responsibility to try. In fact, I believe it's my destiny. Vision of world peace, stable economics, and his worldwide food programs, George Newdecker, or Big George as he prefers to be called, instituted a free beer program for all people 18 years and older, a 3-day work week, and 45 new professional football teams to extend the season to a year-round schedule. He also
It was a
scheduled
visibly
6
shaken
Super Bowls.
Big George who addressed the world today. It seems his much heralded abolition of disease and natural disasters 6 weeks ago is still a source of major problems dealing with overpopulation. Waste disposal, overcrowding, and food distribution are only a few of the problems. As a New Jersey man put it, what good is a 3-day work week if you have to spend a whole day waiting for food and 2 days to use the John? John?
This is Jessica Sandwich. Open rebellion today as thousands of citizens took out their frustrations over living conditions worldwide. Riots, looting, and violence were the order of the day. Big George again claimed he was doing his best to keep up with the problems, but as usual, the problems are coming much faster than the answers. Meanwhile, Mortician staged a demonstration to draw attention to the fact that business there is down 97% from this time last year. Spokesman for the group claimed that business is virtually dead.
What's wrong with all those people, Ida? Don't they know I'm only trying to help? Why do they hate me so much?
George, calm down. They don't hate you.
Sure they do. Don't they understand? Everything I've done is for them. Well, I haven't slept for 2 days trying to help them. But do they care? Do they appreciate it? No way. Well, they riot and they kill and they steal. And worst of all, they hate me. I've had enough. Well, if they don't like the way I'm running things, I'll show them. I wish everything was back the way it was. There.
Oh, George.
It's okay, Ida. I'm all right. Well, what the heck? I was only trying to help. Come on, honey. Let them run their own world. I'm going to bed.
Oh, no, George, the reporters.
Oh, Ida, I'm too tired right now.
What can we do?
I don't know. Well, wait a minute. I wish we couldn't be found. There we go. Come on, Ida. Last one upstairs turns out the light. Ida, honey.
What is it, George?
Time to get up, sugar. It's 10:30. Oh, we must have been more tired than we thought here. Oh, I'll just see how things are going here.
So as of yet, we're not sure how many have died, but it's surely in the thousands, Bob. Thank you, Rich, for that live report from New York, where the third devastating earthquake in 6 hours has struck. Of course, New York is not the only city struggling with disaster. Montreal, Los Angeles, Tokyo, Peking,
George,
Moscow,
oh no.
Berlin,
Quiet,
Rome,
quiet.
Paris, London, all battling floods, fires, disease, storms, and every other imaginable disaster.
Oh.
The people have stopped searching out Big George for help and have begun blaming him for it all.
George, did you hear
Meanwhile,
that?
attacks by
Of
wild
course
animals
I
have
heard it.
gotten way...
Well, George, what are you going to do?
Oh, I'm not gonna do anything.
But George!
Ida, you heard that, man. Well, they blame me for all of that. Well, it's not my fault. Well, they're the ones who didn't want my help, remember? Well, they hated me when I tried to help them, and now they turn around and hate me when I don't help them. Well, what do they want from me anyway? Am I just supposed to sit here and do whatever they tell me to? Oh, so that's it, huh? Oh, so that's what I'm supposed to do, just sit around and be their lackey, huh?
George, they're afraid. They don't know what to think.
Oh.
All they know is they need help, and they think you can help them. I know it's tough, but I think you can too.
But I
Now, George, I'm going in to make you some hot cocoa. You just stay here and think about it.
Oh, golly. All this trouble. Only take one night's sleep, just one night, and look what happens. Oh, how did it all happen so fast?
Perhaps I can explain.
Huh? Well, who are you? Where'd you come from?
Oh, I'm known by many names. I believe you know me best as Lucifer.
The devil?
Oh, come now, Mr. Newdecker. Or should I say, Big George? Surely you've heard of me. I mean, I am the prince of the power of the air. Or are you one of those who don't believe?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't, but, well, say, what are you doing here anyway?
Aha, at last. Business. Very good. I'll keep it short, Mr. Big George. I see you've been listening to the radio. Now, I'm sure by now you have an idea of the scope of my power.
You did all that?
Well, I wanted to do more, but,
But what?
well, that's the problem with being a prince. There's always a king over you. If it wasn't for him, there'd be no end to what I'd do.
Well, how much more damage could you do?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
And to think, after all the time and effort I spent trying to fix things, then you come along and ruin it. Just who do you think you are anyway,
The
buddy?
question, Mr. Newdecker, is just who do you think you are? Prancing around the world with all of your stupid, naive efforts, as you put it, to fix things. Well, what right do you have to meddle in such affairs? You don't belong here. This is my world. At least for a while. It was given to me.
By who?
By Adam and Eve, or haven't you heard of them?
You mean in the garden?
That is precisely what I mean. You see, when Adam and Eve chose to eat that apple, they were rebelling against their creator. They chose to separate themselves from him and go their own way.
But they didn't choose to go with you.
Oh, but they did, and so have so many others. You see, when men choose to go their own way, they become easy prey. It's a lot like Simple Simon and the Pieman, or a stray little puppy. I can do whatever I want with them, or have them do whatever I want them to do. Most of the time, it takes very little encouragement. Just like our little friends in the garden.
Oh, yeah? Well, I know how to fix you. I just wish you weren't around, that's all.
Oh, that is quite amusing! Mr. Newdecker, it is perfectly impossible. You see, when you received your powers, you also received certain, contractual agreements entered into by your predecessor. I am one of them.
Well, how do I know you ain't lying to me, huh? Well, I'll show you. I'll go back to the Garden of Eden and make sure they don't eat that apple.
Really, Mr. Newdecker,
Oh,
you're only...
no, you don't. You can't talk me out of it. I'm going
No,
back to
Mr.
where it all
Newdecker,
started.
that's the wrong thing. No, Mr. Newdecker,
We can start
everything will be
all
destroyed.
over
No, no.
Hey! Who turned out the lights? Where'd everybody go? Hey! What's going on here? Ida! Ida, help!
George? I guess you had a bad dream or something.
Oh, boy, did I ever. Listen, Bobby, is it still Saturday?
Well, yeah, George. Why?
I just wanted to know if me and Ida could still go to church with you tomorrow.
Well, sure. Glad to have you.
Oh, thanks,
You know,
Bobby.
and then after church, I'll give you a hand with those flower beds.
Oh.
Bet you wish you didn't even have to do them at all, huh?
Don't say that, Bobby. Don't ever say that again.
Well, that's how George and I came to know the Lord. It was almost 5 years ago. Isn't it a blessing to know God really is in control? I think so. And so does George.
Amen. From 1982, those funny fellows, Isaac Airfreight, with their great skits. I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for tuning in today. Do hit subscribe, otherwise you miss out on things like this. May the Lord give you a great week. God bless. Keep seeing around. We'll have more for you.